Hi there, I'm Ken, I'm a driving instructor. Today, we are going to learn traffic signs. Chapter 2. Today's driver is also Jenny. Hi Jenny.
Hi Ken.
Jenny, traffic signs are roughly divided into 3 colors. Red is for regulatory signs. Yellow is for warning signs and blue is for designation signs.
I see. They are divided into different colors to understand easily, right?
That's right. Especially, be cautious of the red signs. Overlooking red things on the road can cause an accident.
Makes sense.
Jenny, do you know that sign?
I know that. It's a no overtaking sign, right?
Incorrect. Almost all people say so, but it's not actually. That sign means, do not go over the line when overtaking.
Wait, what do you mean? What's the difference?
Normally this sign is displayed together with the yellow line. This sign means that you must not cross the yellow line when overtaking. In short, this sign means, do not cross the line.
I see. I'm not allowed to cross the line. Then, if I don't cross the line, I am allowed to overtake, right?
That's right. This sign doesn't mean, no overtaking. But for example, when there's a parked car ahead, you need to cross the line to avoid it. In that situation, you are allowed to cross.
Okay, otherwise, I'll be stuck.
For your information, this sign means, no overtaking. The main sign is the same as the one I mentioned earlier. But this sign has a supplemental sign below it, and it indicates, no overtaking. This sign means that you must not overtake a moving vehicle in front regardless of whether you cross the line or not. Even if this sign is posted on the road, you are allowed to cross the line when you avoid something like a parked car or obstacle. But this sign is pretty rare. You will not encounter it.
I didn't know that. So, the sign I often see is, do not cross the line, isn't it?
It is. This sign is usually displayed on narrow roads and roads with poor visibility. So you have to pay attention to oncoming traffic when you cross the line to avoid something ahead of you.
Oh, that's a no U-turn sign. Am I correct? I can easily imagine.
You're correct. This sign indicates no U-turn. This action is also prohibited on the road displayed this sign.
Oh really? Not only the action so-called U-turn.
We usually see this sign on the busy streets. U-turn is prohibited because it can interfere with other traffic. You also need to remember the pavement marking of no U-turn. You are allowed to make a U-turn on the road without no U-turn sign or pavement marking. I'm going to teach you how to make a proper U-turn. First, enter the lane for the right turn when making a U-turn. If there is no lane for the right turn, get close to the center line of the street. Pay attention to the oncoming cars and pedestrians. In addition, even when a green arrow for right turn is being shown, you are allowed to make a U-turn. When you make a U-turn, you should do it on a wide street that is not required reversing. But if you need U-turn on a narrow road, follow these steps. First, pull over to the left side of the road and show the hazard warning flashers. And then make sure no cars are around you and turn like this. If reversing action is required, keep the flashers on during U-turn in order to warn other drivers. Making a U-turn with reversing can interfere with other traffic. You'd better not to do it on a narrow road. Take a detour.
Ken, what is this blue lane?
This is a bike lane. Only for bicycles.
I've never seen this before. Bicycles must ride in this lane, right? But if there are no bike lanes, where should the cyclists be? On a sidewalk?
Bicycles must ride on the left side of the road. Riding on a sidewalk is prohibited. But if this sign is posted, bicycles are allowed to ride on a sidewalk. Even if this sign is not posted, a child aged 12 and younger, elderly person aged 70 and older, and person with disabilities, they are allowed to ride on a sidewalk. And also, even if you don't meet these conditions, if you feel it's unsafe to ride on a street for some reason, you can ride on a sidewalk. But keep in mind that you must go slowly on the roadway side of the sidewalk. Or, if there's pavement marking for bikes within a sidewalk, you have to ride in that part. In addition, if there is a possibility that you interfere with a pedestrian on a sidewalk, you must stop for the pedestrian. Pedestrians have the right of way.
There's a lot of narrow roads in Japan. Riding on the roadway is kind of scary, but I can ride on a sidewalk. I'm relieved.
Jenny, that one is also the road sign we often see. Do you know that?
I see a bus illustration in it. That must be a bus-related sign. But I don't know that kanji.
This sign means bus only. Cars are not allowed to drive in the lane displayed this sign. But if the supplemental sign indicates 7 to 9, 17 to 19, it means that the bus lane is only from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. and from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. You are allowed to drive in the bus lane other than designated time. Now, it's out of the designated time. You can stay in the bus lane. But you can go into the bus lane before turning left even during the time only for the buses. When you make a left turn, go into the bus lane 30 meters before the intersection.
Understood.
There's another sign similar to bus-only sign. This sign indicates priority lane for buses. You can travel in a bus priority lane. But if a bus is approaching you from behind, you have to exit the lane in order not to interfere with the bus. If there's a possibility that you won't be able to exit the lane because of congestion when a bus is coming from behind you, you must not enter the bus priority lane. For your information, the buses mentioned here are local buses, school buses and kindergarten buses. Shuttle buses of hotel or something like that are not included.
Japan.
Jenny, how was today's lesson?
Today's signs are pretty common. I often see them but I remembered them wrong. It was surprising.
Yeah, most Japanese people get, do not cross the line sign, and, do not overtake sign, mixed up. And U-turn sign is easy to understand, but in addition to the action of U-turn, remember the other prohibited action.
Of course I do, but I'll never make a U-turn to look back my own life. I just keep going, so I don't need it.
What are you talking about? You should look back yourself sometimes. You may be able to realize something you need. Anyway, memorize these signs.
I got it, Ken-sensei.
Thank you for watching, guys. Hope this video is useful when you get behind the wheel in Japan. Give us a big like. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on the road.